So, the Casioak, a nickname actually given to it by a Facebook group. Fantastic. But the people that actually designed this watch, they weren't inspired by the Royal Oak, a Audemars Piguet luxury watch. There was no inspiration. The actual inspiration to this octagonal bezel is an evolution of the godfather of the G-Shocks, the original, the DW5600, when if you count the amount of sides on that bezel of the original, it's 8-sided. So they've effectively stretched and changed the lengths of all those edges and created this new GA-2100. It's kind of the new modern day 5600. It's slimmer, it's more elegant, it's got more modern tech in it. But it's still an Ana Digi watch, and why is it such an icon? It's kind of trendy, you know, and it's got that classy look to it. So that's what we're going to see in this video. I'm going to show you all the different colours that are available. I went for the grey because I'll show you why, and that's going to be in this video as well, why grey is the one for me. And it's just a bit of fun. It's just my tribute to my first ever contemporary G-Shock. I've only ever had this sort of the old-fashioned ones. So I bash my camera. Yeah, so let's flip the camera, take a closer look at what I've got, and hope you enjoy this video. You get to see all about it, and I hope you enjoy. I'll see you in a moment. So the Casio, here it is, obviously out the packaging. It comes in a nice box and then a tin, so I'll quickly show you that. So £100 watch, that's what you've got to look at. This is your standard sort of tin you'd get with any G-Shock, but it's very on trend, you know. It's very nice, rugged. You get your warranty card. I got this from Casio, the official website, and there was a 10% discount if you sign up to their newsletter, which obviously you could immediately unsubscribe from, so it's worth saving 10% off of this. So that's effectively what you get packaging wise, but it's pretty standard. I don't really care about packaging. This is what I care about, and here it is. I got grey because it just reminds me, this colorway, of a Super Nintendo from the 90s. What a beautiful little machine that was. The contrast between the light and the dark grey. You know what I'd like to do is mod this one day. Take out the indices ring. You can apparently take it out. And you know me, I like to do my mods and do some changes. What an amazing little quirk it would be for me to take that inner indice ring out and then paint the indices, so in blocks of 3, so 12, 1, 2, 3, etc., etc., in colours that match the controller buttons that the Super Nintendo had on its controllers. So those colours I could paint on the indices. I think that'd be worth a go one day, but I'm not ready to mess about with this yet. It's too new for me to start tinkering with, I think. I'll be a bit nervous. Even though I've tinkered with watches that cost more than this, I've never taken apart a digital watch, so that will be something new for the channel. So hold tight, you'll see that. Now, this is the stats and specs section, so I'll fly through that, and then I'll go into a lot more detail in my thoughts and opinions after we've had a look at other details, such as how good this watch looks outside in nature. Something that's just a hulking grey piece of plastic. I think it's awesome. It plays really well with nature. It's a contrast. It looks like a pebble as well, this colour. Lovely soft finish as well. It's a very interesting watch, I must say. And it's the kind of watch you can wear all day and not notice it, because it's typical of what you'd expect for a G-Shock. It's ultra light. It's only 50 grams. Really tough. Got the carbon core guard. And what that effectively is an inner carbon fibre lightweight guard, which protects the module. And the good thing about that is it means you can bring a lot of the mass and protective qualities of this watch internally and allow it to be a lot slimmer in profile. This is only 11.5 millimeters thick, where a lot of G-Shocks are approaching 20 millimeters thick, the really chunky ones. So it's as G-Shocks goes, extremely slim, but it's got that ruggedness still, which is what we like. Because if you don't want a hulking great thing on your wrist, this is fantastic. But if you even don't want to tolerate something that's only got a 45mm case size, you can get one of these. They do a what I call mini version. It's not mini, it's a tiny bit smaller, and I think they're designed more like the Baby G's idea, a little bit smaller. Obviously you've seen a picture now, show you the few colorways. They're a lot more feminine in choice for their colors, but these are available in so many different colors. Obviously you can see I've got this in the gray. You can get red, you can get yellow, there's a clear one, there's a sort of greeny color military style one, then there's a blue with a silver bezel, There's all stealthed out black one. There's one with white indices as well, not the full stealth. There's so much choice, and they're all around the £100 mark or $100, depends where you buy it from. So it's attainable, it's fun, and there's so much choice. And that's why I think they are selling so well, because people like choice, it's affordable, and G-Shock is a cult generational thing as well. I mean, I've grown up with G-Shocks myself. I'm nearly 40, and it's nice to sort of have something that is a modern evolution of the original. It doesn't look anything like the original, but there is DNA of that original in this. Like I said earlier, the fantastic octagonal bezel actually wasn't inspired by the Royal Oak, which people obviously have going to possibly presume because of the nickname Casio. So again, that's fascinating. So it's a big, clear, legible dial, 33mm. Lovely taper on this rubber resin here. It goes from 25 down to 18. No, 19, sorry. That's what I measured it at. So got a nice taper on there, so it wears really well. And talking about wearing well, let's get it on wrist. It's so comfortable. I see on my 7-inch wrist. It just fits me perfectly. I've worn this loads. I just love wearing something which looks so good and you just barely feel it on your wrist. You could do anything with this watch. 200 meters water resist, tough mineral crystal. It's got a nice, tough, rubbery feel to it. I love it. It's fantastic. But there's so much more to this than just meets the eye, because you're going to see a bit later on, as I discuss more, why I love this watch is the details. And of course, before we move on to the next section, which is going to be outdoor shots and showing you how good the lume is in these hands, and obviously the light, which it has got. I'll show you that in a sec. But I'll quickly show you the features. So what you've got on the dial, you've got obviously on the left, this moving wheel here, which goes through the different days. You've got the hour minute hand, of course, and you've got the seconds always ticking there. And if you press this button here, you can either show the time as well on there. So as you can see, it says 3:49. Or you show the day and the date on there, sorry, the month and the date. So you can alternate between modes here. So we've got world time, so you can quickly and easily alternate between all different time zones, and then it will automatically adjust to that time zone. And then you've got a stopwatch. So you've got start and stop. God, I'm so clumsy. And then reset is over here, adjust. And then you move on to the next mode. You've got timer, so you can again press adjust and hold that and change the timer to count down. And you've got loads of alarms. You've got 5 alarms, and you've got a signal, so every hour it beeps at you. So you've got a good little set of features. It's obviously not a solar powered watch. It's not got radio signal for timekeeping. It doesn't have moon and wave and when the aliens are coming sensors on it. It's got everything you would ever need without anything too excessive, allowing it to be a nice, compact and easy to use package. And that's what I love about it. So let's check out those little details. Let's see this outside in Mother Nature and how good the lume is. And we'll finish off with my last final thoughts. So let's go and have a closer look. So to be treated to 2 forms of illumination is, first of all, this is a quick 10-minute time lapse. You can see the hands are the only thing illuminated with lume. They're almost gone, pretty much gone. I tried to slow it down because it gives you about 2 seconds worth of the light on. So the light's good. It gives us kind of a moody shadow, but it works. It's acceptable. So my final thoughts and opinions. I just adore this watch. It's £100. You've got so many different choices to choose between. You could get a few. If you think, well, on a sunny day I want to wear a bright snazzy colour, you get the yellow or the red one. And then if you want one for day to day, a bit more understated, maybe for work, I don't know, get the grey or the black or green. Oh god, there's so many choices. And then functionality wise, you know, you're going to get yourself a really reliable, accurate timekeeper. You've got all the features you'd ever really need. It's so legible in this colour as well. I'm glad I went for this colour. It's really just a glance and go, if you will, just to tell the time. It's so easy. I like the light, but it could be better. I don't like the fact it's just one light there. As you can see, it's okay, and it cuts out so quickly. You press it and then it's just gone almost immediately. I like maybe a slightly longer timer on there and better illumination, but the lume's okay on the hands. I mean, it's not amazing, but I mean, it's never been stunning on a Casio, but I think they can do better with their illumination. I've got other Casios which you have a much better, maybe twin LEDs. I would like this to be solar powered, but other than that, everything else functionally is spot on. It's more than I'd ever need, to be honest with you. But the devil for me is in the detail with this watch. I just love, you can see macros pop up throughout this, is all those chunky little aspects. I just love the depth of those indices. They really contrast well. You've got different layers and texture to the dial even. You've got raised spots, low spots, really chunky different aspects. The fit and finish is extremely good for this. I know it's just all molded rubber, but it's very neat and tidy. It's very, very soft, lovely rubber, comfortable. I just love knowing that even though this is quite a slim watch and it's just, you know, something you can easily wear and it just doesn't feel like a cumbersome thing to wear, it's still extremely tough because of that carbon core guard. You've got a battery that could be easy to change, just 4 screws, pop the back off, stick a new one in every 2 to 3 years. You've got quick release straps, so if you wanted to change this out for different straps that you could buy, so you could do some quirky colour matching on this, you can do that. I like that this is fairly ripe for modding. I mean, like I alluded to earlier, but I'd like to change the colours of these indices to make it really look like a Nintendo edition. You can totally change this out and change the outer case and put a bracelet on to really go for the full Royal Oak homage effect if you wanted to. So there's a modding culture, they are fashion icons, the G-Shocks, and it's so attainable, it's so affordable. And that is the joy behind these kind of watches, is there's plenty of choice, they're a bit of fun, and definitely everyone should have a G-Shock in their collection. I really think so. And this is a fantastic one for people who don't like the big chunky thick ones, because this is so elegant. 11.5mm thick for a G-Shock, that's amazing. And to know it's still got that toughness, which is what makes them special. So I hope you have enjoyed this tribute and discussion for this particular G-Shock, my first contemporary one. Oh my god, my light. I had to change my light. My other one went mental on me. Oh my god, scary. So yeah, I mean, just concluding anyway. So, you know me, I like to waffle, but I love this watch, and I love the fact it took 2 years to perfect the design and enhance it and evolve it to what it is. And it's shows that all that work has paid off, because it's a huge success. And I think it's a sign of positive things to come for G-Shock and Casio. So lovely job, Casio. Very happy with this one. So thanks for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed this video and you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It'd be much appreciated. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.